Welcome.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to say that we heard some very interesting statements by my fellow speakers here. And yes, we do accept the challenge of taking on the burden, with some caveats, though, which I'm going to elaborate in a little while. I think we're living unprecedented times right now. Many people of our generation have not really learned how to operate business under a highly inflationary environment with high cost of labor, scarcity of labor at the same time, both skilled and non-skilled workforce, scarcity in the energy, or the likelihood of scarcity in energy, and very high energy prices. And within this context, we actually ask our customers, clients, to adopt and incorporate ESG. And the point that I keep hearing from many of our customers is that, yes, this sounds all very, very nice in theory, and yes, we would like to be more environmentally conscious, but we need to survive today. And if I don't survive today, then we have to face much more serious issues. So I think this is not just the era where we face unprecedented challenges, but it's also the era where we face dilemmas. And what I say, what I mean by the dilemma around sustainability is that what is the right mix of short-term survival, what I need to do today in order to survive, and what is the right level of investment that is necessary for me to be long-term viable, sustainable, and be able to be competitive in this volatile environment across Europe and the world. Equally, this is the dilemma around what component of the ESG is more important. Is it the environment or is it social cohesion? Can I actually, if I invest right now in just and if I finance as a bank just the green projects and I leave out some of the small and medium enterprises which are not there as mature as some of the larger ones, am I still relevant, or do I push them out of the market? Do I actually push them not to be survivors? So I think the answer, the good news is that we as Attica Bank can relate with many of such dilemmas that our customers face. So we're a small and medium bank facing a lot of problems right now and challenges, you all know. We are currently devising our 5-year business plan, which I'm not going to share more because Ms. Lazaragu here is probably going to beat me up, if not deport me from the country. But what I have to say is that one of the key components in our transition is ESG. And it's not just ESG for what we do for our customers, so actually increasing the percentage of sustainable projects that we actually favor, we give the right incentives, we try to be a constructive driver in the revamping of the economy, driving sustainability. And when I say sustainability, don't just mean the environment, incentivizing proper good governance and taking this across the space, the corporate space. Because as we said, many people see this as an expensive sport for a few. We actually need to do this a necessity by choice, not because they have to, but a necessity by choice across all the small and medium enterprise space. And I think it is thanks to all the good work done by the Ministry of Development and the Ministry of Finance that have actually given the right tools for those type of companies to remain relevant. So going back to us, ESG is what we do for our customers, but it's also what we do for us internally, is our own internal journey. And we know that the path to that is going to be difficult, is going to be challenging, is going to have many obstacles out there, but it's a one-way street. And because we actually have to adopt this ourselves, and we see also, even from the moment that we start devising our new business plan, how important this is in order to remain relevant, not just for the 2 or 3 year term, but in the longer term horizon. We actually know how to relay this experience to our customers as well. What we need to do, and we need the regulators' patience and the government's patience and an incentivization in many of these things, is actually that this gradual transition is indeed gradual, and it's a balancing act. Because you can't build Rome in one day, you can't have a magic wand, you need to educate people, you need to change the culture, people need to adopt ESG because they see the value in this, not because it's a mandatory regulatory requirement, because otherwise we will have completely failed, both as institutions, as business, as banks, as society as a whole. So, thank you.
Thank you very much.